Hi, and welcome back to the kitchen. I'm the Cookin Bookie, inviting you in for some great food and fantasy football. Now, everyone knows before the game, you got to have three things. Your lineups have to be set for your fantasy team, your picks have to be in for your football pools, and you got to have something good to eat. That's where I come in. Every week, we go over some easy-to-make, delicious football food, and we give you pointers on who to put in your fantasy teams and who we think's going to win. So, let's get started. So Thanksgiving's done. You've done enough cooking this week. That's why we got a super simple, delicious sandwich to make and help you get rid of some of those leftovers in the fridge. Here in New Mexico, we love our green chili, and that's an understatement. If we can figure out how to put it in the air, we will. And until then, we'll just put it on our food. So let's take a look at our ingredients. We have our leftover turkey, a quarter cup of green chili, some shredded cheddar cheese, a couple of eggs, a couple slices of bacon, and some sourdough bread. Like I said, very simple. You've cooked enough this week. Here at the Cookin Bookie, we'd like to make a public service announcement. There was a disaster in Arlington, Texas on Thursday, and we'd like to ask all the Saint fans that used to wear bags on their heads to please send them to the Cowboy fans. Thank you. All right, like I said, this is a real simple recipe. It's gonna leave us a lot of time to talk football, so let's get right to it. Miami's going to New England. New England's going to drop the hammer. They're going to do it quick. They're going to do it fast. Brady, Gronk, Cooks, they're going to go up big. They're going to score a lot of points. Take New England and just move on. Got Chicago going to Philly. In Philly, Philly's red hot. Philly takes care of business. Take Alshon Jeffrey. Take Wentz. You're good to go. Then we got Seattle going to San Francisco. And this is where we're going to find out the difference between the Niners and cigarettes. Russell Wilson doesn't smoke cigarettes, but he's going to smoke the Niners.
That guy's smoking on the field.
This one's going to be over fast. I don't think the Niners are even trying anymore. They're just going for that number one pick. So after that, we got Carolina at the Jets. Olsen's back. That's Cam's favorite target. He's going to throw to him. He's going to get a couple touchdowns. He's going to get 100 yards. So take Carolina on the road. All right, like I said, real easy. Let's get our bacon cooking. When you're cooking bacon for a sandwich, you want to make sure that it's nice and crisp. If it's chewy at all, you'll take a bite and pull the whole thing out of the sandwich. So just cook up a couple slices and make sure they're cooked nice and crisp. All right, we got our bacon cooking. And while that's cooking, let's talk some more football. We got Buffalo going to Kansas City in the what the hell happened game. Both teams went from sizzle to fizzle overnight. But I think it's still going to be a fun game to watch. Shady, Hill, Hunt, Kelsey, I think they're all going to have big games. I would take Casey at home though. After that, we got Denver going to Oakland. Now, John Elway just petitioned the league to have a throwing machine on the field and just have Osweiler push it around. But don't know how far that's going to go. I would take Oakland in this one. Not really big on taking any of the players. Houston versus Baltimore. Baltimore's defense is starting to look better. Hopkins is getting targets after targets after targets. He's going to have a big game, but I'm still going to take Baltimore just because they're at home. After that, we got Jacksonville at Arizona. Arizona's beat up, banged up. Half of their team seems like they're out on injury reserve. Jacksonville's defense is huge. I think Jacksonville's going to take this one, but I do think Arizona's going to make it a game. They might even have a chance to win at the end. So take Jacksonville, but hey, don't be surprised if Arizona pulls this one off. All right, our bacon's cooked. Now let's get to our chili. We got it in a pan here. Now, all we're really doing is reducing it down, cooking it down, getting rid of some of the moisture. Get a little bit of spices in there, a little garlic powder, a little salt, a little pepper. Remember, we don't want a soggy sandwich, so just cook it down a little bit. All right, our chili's done. Just like I said, a few minutes. Real simple. So let's get back to some football. First off, we got Green Bay coming to my Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Brown Bell. Pittsburgh's D. No Packers. All right, and we got the Saints going to the Rams. Now, with Breeze and Goff, you would think this is going to be a high scoring, just throw it through the air kind of game, but I think it's going to be a ground and pound, ground attack kind of game. So you got Kamara, you got Ingram, and you got Gurley. That's where all the action is going to be in this one. It's going to be a fun game. Saint games always are, so check this one out. But I will take the Rams at home. Tennessee's going to Indy. Now, Tennessee has a real cream puff schedule coming up. If they're going to make a push for the playoffs, it begins here in Indy. Take Tennessee on the road, take Mariota, and take Walker. Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Now, Freeman's out. Coleman's going to have a real big day on the ground. Atlanta's coming in kind of hot. I think Atlanta takes this one, and unlike the Super Bowl and just like a dollar, I think you can get 4 quarters out of the birds on Sunday. All right, everything's cooked. Like I said, quick and simple. So we got our sandwich assembled here. We got our sourdough. We layered it with turkey, with our green chili, with some chopped up bacon, and some cheddar cheese sprinkled on top. We'll get the bread on top, and our sandwich is assembled. We also have 2 eggs lightly beaten, like our friend Mark Hader in Missouri's chefs got lightly beaten by the Giants last week. But before we cook it, let's get into some more football. Now, the last game I want to talk about is Cleveland at Cincy. Now, the coach says Duke Johnson's going to get a lot more work. He should have a big game. AJ Green always has a big game. But the more important thing I want to talk about is Cleveland. This is your shot. If you're going to win a game, this is it. Cincy's down. You can do it, Cleveland. I'm pulling for you. And I want everyone out there to just, for 1 week, just be a Browns fan. You can do it, Cleveland. I believe in you. I'm pulling for you, Cleveland. Do it. Okay, we have our sandwich assembled. We've poured our egg mixture into a shallow plate. Let's go ahead and smash it down a little. Keep it together. Go ahead and dip it in the egg. Make sure you get plenty of coverage on your egg on there. Want to get it? Flip it just like that. Make sure you get egg on all of it. Get it into your griddle. I'll cook it till it's just a golden brown on both sides, and it'll be ready to go. So there you have it, the Albuquerque Turkey Cookin Bookie style. If you had a good time today, remember, like, share, and subscribe. As always, enjoy the games, good luck with your team, and always eat like a champion.